Hey guys, it's Robbie here, and this is FrekiFitWolf. All right, so it is Friday. I'm trying not to say good morning, but by saying that, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in case I missed you, have a good night. So yeah, it is Friday, everybody. Another week is coming to a close, and boy, has this week been hectic for anybody else, or is it just me? Because, wow. I mean, y'all know what's been going on with me and my family this week, but at least it seems like things are up on the upswing, heading in the right direction. That's the important thing. Again, thank you all for the prayers and thoughts for my parents. As I said, they'll get their test on Monday, and hopefully they didn't get infected. Is that the word you use? Didn't catch the COVID from the nurse that was touching my stepmom's eyeballs. But yeah, so it is Friday. So today's weigh-in is good. I stepped on the scale this morning, and I was honestly kind of worried. Like, typically I don't step on the scale first thing because normally I weigh more than I do if I wait an hour or two. But now that I'm opening again on Thursdays and Fridays, I don't have the time. And also, for some reason, if I close, I'll wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. If I open, my body doesn't want to wake up early. What's up with that? So I woke up at 10 to 6 maybe, or 10 to 7 maybe, and I have to leave at 7:30. It's 7:33 right now. So I woke up at 10 to 7, ran, took a shower, hopped on the scale, and then got dressed for work. So when I stepped on the scale, I was pleasantly surprised that I am now 310.4. So that means I lost 1.4 pounds since yesterday. Great. And honestly, I feel bloated. I feel like my neck's bigger. Maybe I just need to trim my beard. But yeah, so yesterday as far as food goes, I behaved. I went a little bit over the points, but still under the calories for the day. So I try to pay attention to both, and I try to keep them both on a similar track, but at least when I'm sometimes out of points, but see the calories and I'm at 2,000, I'm okay, I can have a little bit more. It's just, I probably didn't have enough 0-point foods. So, when I was at that point, I did make some pudding, and I made it with a Premier Protein shake. It was the Oreo shake. And that's one thing I do miss about the green plan versus Points Plus or Carb Conscious that I'm doing on iTrack Bites is, the Premier Proteins used to be 2 points for a bottle. Now on my current plan, they cost 4.1 bites. I forgot what, around 4 bites or points instead of 2. But it's still 160 calories. And whatever the calories was for the pudding, not much. So even though it's higher in points, I can justify it because it's not that much higher in calories. So I did do that, and it's good. And I dip a banana in it, especially since I'm doing the Oreo one, so it's kind of chocolatey. Especially because Aldi yesterday, they only had the sugar-free vanilla pudding. They didn't have the other flavors. Normally they only have chocolate also. So I do want to get to Walmart, where they have a huge selection of the puddings and the different flavors. But yeah, so I'm happy with that. I definitely drank all of my water. I was chugging that stuff. And like I said, I stayed within my calories. It was a mixed bag of food yesterday. What did I have? I had my Southwest chicken wrap from Quick Trip, because it's quick, it's easy, it's whatever. And then when I got home from work, I had that the chicken and dumplings skillet thing from Aldi. Like, it's all one frozen bag, and you just toss it in the skillet, let it go basically for 8 or 9 minutes, and stir it up, and you're good to go. The sauce, because I kind of forgot about it for a second and forgot to set a timer, the sauce got a little bit thin, so I did add a can of cream of mushroom, sodium-free, blah, 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 soup. And so that upped the points a little bit there. And then I also, while I was at Aldi, had grabbed cottage cheese. And I have no self-control when it comes to cottage cheese. That's why I always say had the fat-free kind instead of the low-fat kind at Aldi. Because I measure out, okay, I'm going to have 1 serving. I'm like, well, that's not much. So I go ahead and before I even eat it, make it 2 servings, which is a cup. And before the day's over, had the entire container of the cottage cheese. And it's cottage cheese. It's not horrible. But I had 3 cups of that. Because that's how many's in a container. So it was more than I ideally wanted to eat. And that's how it always goes. That's why I don't typically buy cottage cheese. I love it too much. And all of a sudden I had 16 points left for the day. Or somewhere around there. So my dinner, I ended up making some fish sticks and the pudding. And that was my day as far as food goes. And then plus, like I said, lots of water in between. Especially because we were dead at work yesterday. So I got sent home early. And I don't know why it's easier to drink water when I'm not at work. Normally, like back when I was drinking more soda, I would like never drink anything liquid at home, and it would be all about the soda at work. Now that I'm drinking more water than anything else, I don't drink it as much at work, but I go through it like that at home. Like I have a pitcher that I keep in the refrigerator, and like I steadily empty that like left and right. And actually, dang it, I forgot to refill it. So it's not going to be ice cold when I get home because I'm going to have to make it. Well, pour it in there, but still. I have ice, it's fine. But so I just like the easy of pouring it and easier to track where I am on my water. But yeah, so anyway, the point was we were dead at work, so I'm like, okay, I gotta go to the bank, put as much cash in as I can, and I wanted to stop at Spirit Halloween. So I go to Spirit Halloween first because it's right there next to my work, and I didn't have hopes of finding something, but there was not a single item in my size. And I know we're just like a little over a week away from Halloween, and maybe I'm thinking of when I go to Johnny Brock's. I don't know if Johnny Brock's is nationwide, but we have a place called Johnny Brock's, and we have the Johnny Brock's Dungeon, which is all Halloween. It's a warehouse full of Halloween stuff. And they have like a plus size section. I thought most of them did, but this had nothing at all that was plus size. I was a little upset. Even though, like, once I saw the pricing of their costumes, I'm like, I can't afford any of these. But it would be nice to have the options. Especially because they did have some stuff that was Overwatch characters, which that's my main video game that I love to play. But they were all size small or large. Like, medium people can't fit in those, and plus size people can't fit in those. So I was a little sad about that. But I ended up just buying some glow-in-the-dark spider webbing for the Halloween party this coming weekend and calling it a day. So then I was heading to the bank, and then my roommate calls. He forgot all of his dog clipping stuff at home. So he asked if I could bring the dog clipping, his equipment up to the salon. I'm like, sure. Like, I'm off early. Why not? And then he also asked if I could bring Goldie with me. So if you remember the very, very beginning of yesterday's video, when there was a clip of Goldie licking my cheek, that was taken when I was going up to take her up to him just so that he could bathe her and stuff. And she smells so good now. But I was happy about that distraction because I'm like, it's early. I need to not be thinking about food. So I do that. Then I stop at the bank, go home, and that's when I ate, and then finish the rest of the day at home. And I had a good day. So I'm just randomly talking about my day. I don't know if that's entertaining, but that's what happened to me. It was a overall good day. Yeah. So that's all I got. I got nothing else. Nothing else exciting going on. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, all of that fun stuff, and I will talk to you tomorrow.